Hi guys, my name is Wango.
My name is Wagari.
My name is Shiro.
My name is Eunice, aka Mama Jessie Kwe Gweth.
Aribuni Mam Nation.
Hi. So, I'm not going to reveal my age, but I belong to the generation called Boomers. One time, my colleague, who is a Gen Z, I think, she told me you guys are called Generation Silent. Yeah, they're silent. That's Akinami. So, but today we want to discuss something very controversial. In the office, for example, I get a lot of these millennials and Gen Z kids coming to work. And yes, I have expectations. And sometimes the way they behave, the kind of entitlement kind of behavior that they exhibit makes me wonder, how was this child brought up? Who brought up this child? Is this child spoiled? And what is a spoiled child? In society today, are we raising spoiled children? So our discussion today is, what kind of children are we raising? Are we raising brats? Are we raising spoiled children in our society today? Or did our millennials' parents are who? Aknas?
No. The
Did
people before you.
Did our parents raise brats? So to speak. But anyway, welcome to Mam Nation. We said no, it's no longer Happy New Year.
No,
We're already in February, March. Happy Valentine's somewhere. I'm Eunice.
Shiro.
Wango.
Wagari.
Yes. So ladies, we are all moms.
Yeah.
Our audiences, many of them are moms. What kind of children are we raising?
Allow me to take you back to your question for the office. As a millennial myself, there's a way I have rights, and I have been taught my rights, and I've learned to voice them. There's a way the person in Gen Z behind me, because I also see them at my work, is I don't necessarily think it's a raising issue. It could also be a generation issue, where you're talking about the younger people in your office, because they're also, if you could listen to them without the filter of silence, because I understand your generation was not taught to question. And when I say generation, it sounds like we're far apart. We're not. We're just,
Together.
We're together.
Yeah.
You are not taught to question. You felt like questioning something is
Disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Yes.
You're not taught to question authority. Teacher akisema teacher amesema 844 kind of way. Pastor akisema pastor. Like we had authority. You'd never question these people. You'd never question whoever is in authority, such that even your house help, the one who raised you, could do bad stuff, but you're not taught to question because they're there. So I get why someone would refer to your whatever as a silent generation. So I wouldn't necessarily, that's when I just went to throw whatever in the fireworks as spanner. I don't necessarily think they were raised badly or they're brats. I just think they have opinions and they voice them.
Okay. So can I take this in another way? Can we look at the characteristics of what these people that you saw as spoiled? What kind of characteristics did they demonstrate? So that then we can be able now to identify, is it bad manners or is it an issue of generation? Yeah. So what are the characteristics of these young people?
They feel entitled.
What does
Parents
that look
are
like?
there.
But
even us guys have got entitlements. We are entitled to be on this app.
Yeah. So at work, there's my expectations that I came to work with. If my contract, for instance, in agency, you've employed this person, the contract says 8 to 5. We all know that's never going to happen in my field of work. Sometimes it starts at midday and ends at midnight, What's their expectation? 8 to 5. That person is allowed to question it. Your generation would never question it.
But
You
I know.
at your workplace, you'd never question it because you've taken on, you're like, client needs this is what I need to do. You stop when the work stops. They don't stop when the work stops. They stop with their timing. They have feelings and one day someone in my team told me, I don't feel like you appreciate me. I was like, whoa, feelings. We're not here for
Yeah,
feelings.
there are lots
Yeah,
of feelings.
we're here for work.
Feelings
You
are for
get-
dentists.
Yeah, because for me, because for me, when I go to work, it's I remove myself and I go to work because I'm here for a purpose. I'm working so that I get paid, so that I earn a living. You are coming to even bring me your feeling. I'm not your parent.
However, I want themselves. I want that someone is not removing themselves because your employer, you as their team leader, will get the best of them if they bring themselves plus their feelings.
Plus the issues.
Yes.
Plus the issues.
Yes.
I can't deal with that. I'm your employer, not your counselor, not your parent, not your big brother, big sister. I'm your employer. I'm paying you to do a job.
However,
Do the job.
they haven't been raised like you, and it's not bad raising. They live in a time where they go online and it's feelings, and it's we cancel you just because Wagari
But then my job won't it won't get done.
But let me tell
And you want a job, and when I came when you came for the interview, I asked
They
you
don't
based on
reason
your
like you.
based on your capabilities, and you actually told me you can be able to do this.
But
But
they
you
don't
see,
when you
reason
come,
like
you
you.
can't do
You have
it.
to take them with their feelings.
But you see
why?
also,
But
But
I
I feel
can't
like
do.
we get lost in these feelings.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it
So
becomes
you manage them.
Yeah.
But-
you find your HR person or someone to train them to manage their feelings. Because without their feelings, you don't have them. And they are very brilliant.
But can we then start from the raising point?
that was where
Because
I was
the
going.
world is not
Does
necessarily going to deal with
Feel
your feelings.
your
They're not going to.
feelings.
The
Their
world is not
world-
going to feel you.
Their world is dealing with their feelings. Remember, we're in two different
Which
worlds.
their world.
We're in two different worlds. We
And
must
that's the thing.
appreciate
But that's
that.
the thing. That's the thing, Bango, right there. As I'm raising my children right now, I need to raise them to know that in this world, we are not the same. We are in these different worlds, but you have to learn to accommodate
navigate,
and
yes.
navigate all
Yeah.
these worlds that are here in
But
society.
also, as we
So
speak
back to
about
raising.
Yeah.
but also,
Yes, it's back to raising.
about raising, their parents were raised by the same parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like for example, you will find that their parents are our slightly older siblings. Yeah, for baby boomers. What is that generation of
Yeah.
baby boomers?
Silent.
Those ones. Yeah. Those are the ones who are raising these children. But yet they were raised by the same parents who are our parents. Like, we have the same parents, but my older sibling has decided to raise their child differently.
in a different
And
manner.
let me ask you guys, let me just
Differently from what they were, like there's some things that I do that, for example, my older sibling is not going to raise in their child
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Is it has decided or is it the world we are in
No,
now?
I think
No.
they have decided.
I think it is a
No,
decision.
you
It's
see,
a
Wango,
decision.
from where,
No, I'm asking, I'm just asking.
From where you're, from your point of view, you're looking at the world in a very pragmatic, with a very pragmatic lens, as in this. I mean, this is blue, but if it can also pass as a green.
No,
You get.
it's just that there's sky blue, sea blue, turquoise blue,
Eh,
and they're all
eh.
acceptable.
Exactly.
That's the world we're
But the
living
thing,
in.
no, in reality.
No, in
Wait,
reality
no,
it's turquoise.
No, but in reality, it is, if it's sky blue, it's sky blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't say blue.
Okay,
You
so-
want to say
But it's blue, yeah.
No, but however, in this blue, there's turquoise, there's sky blue,
there are shades of
there's
blue.
ocean blue,
maybe
there's
let's-
navy blue.
Okay, let's use another example. I think that's a really bad example to use.
Yeah.
I think the world, in the world, there's good and bad.
True.
Yeah. It's not
In
all
life,
good. It's not all bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what you're saying about pragmatism is that in raising, is that now I'm looking at my child's behavior and I'm justifying it. I'm justifying what would be seen as bad behavior as
Self-expression.
self-expression. He
Bad
has
manners is
he
bad
has
Yeah, bad
he
manners
has
is bad manners.
he has a different personality, and so we need to learn how to
cope around
how
him.
to cope around his differences. Yet it's just bad manners.
Yeah.
Bad manners.
It's bad manners.
And that
So
is
then-
spoiling the child if you raise
So
them
is
that way.
entitlement bad manners? It's not. It's knowing my rights.
No,
and
it
voicing
depends
them.
on how entitled you feel. Because if I
Give
was
an
raised the
example.
way
Okay,
she
give an
Give an
said,
example of entitlement.
Yeah,
So
give
bad
an example
entitlement.
of
I don't know.
Is that bad? You see, that's a thing. Don't we can't blanket this. Like, and you know now we're coming back to raising. The reality is, the things Tugi tells me. Tugi is 8 years old. The things Tugi tells me, I could never tell my mother,
Like
and
what?
it's not bad manners. Like she will question back.
Oh,
she
that's not
will
bad, yeah.
she will, and that's what we're raising them to do, to question. So you'll tell her something, she hasn't ignored, but she'll be like, but mama, you said this. My mother, even if she had said we are going to eat chips from wherever last week, and she wakes up today and she decides no, I won't hold her accountable to her words. I wasn't raised to hold my mother accountable to her promises.
You said you cannot.
Yeah,
You can't.
you cannot. Yeah, my daughter holds me accountable to my word. Do you see the difference?
No, I see the difference. But you see, like when you're talking about spoiling, it's not that you are not allowing a child to question. The thing is, like the way you're saying, if your mother said, this week we are eating ugali and skuma. Why are we eating ugali and skuma? Maybe I explain, I don't have money to buy other things. But me, I don't want ugali and skuma. I want. So
That's
you
okay.
as a parent,
That's okay.
because Wango, my daughter wants chips
And we'll throw a tantrum.
and will throw a tantrum, I'm forced to even go borrow money from Shiro so that I can
Yeah, now that's
afford.
bad. That is
now,
bad.
yeah, that is spoiling.
And that is
then you
enabling.
see, and
That
it's
is
enabling,
spoiling.
yes. And then you see when you do that, which a lot of us parents in the society today are doing with the excuses that Shiro mentioned.
Yeah, that's
this child is different.
personalities.
They don't like ugali.
They don't like
it's not their
ugali,
thing.
it's not their thing.
Yeah.
They don't eat githeri.
Yeah, they don't eat githeri. You know.
You
So,
eat
no,
what you're served. Yeah, I get
yeah,
what
you
mean.
get what I mean. And a lot of us are doing it in society, even in schools. You know the way a teacher can punish your child? Don't punish my child without my permission. I mean, seriously.
But I think there are fundamental issues about raising, and we don't want to get badly behaved kids. You don't want kids who are not able to respect older people,
Authority.
for example, authority. So if you're at your shoshos or you're at any, if you've just gone to visit, and somebody asks you to do something, or even to give up a chair, for example. You see, those are things that I would expect, for example, that if I come to one of your houses and there are no chairs and the child is sitting, that the child would be able to move
I'm
or even
sorry.
to give a seat.
Children of these days, and I have
Yeah, they
experienced it
don't have.
myself, they do not know that kind of courtesy.
In fact, in a clinic, you find a pregnant woman standing, a mother and her child.
They're seated,
Like,
they were
wao
here first.
walikuja mapema.
But
That's
the
bad
woman,
manners.
but the
And
the
then they're
woman
with
is
the
pregnant.
parents,
Yeah.
and the parent is not going to tell you, stand
Stand
up.
up.
Stand up.
Yeah,
for
me,
this
I'll tell
lady.
Jessie, stand up,
Stand up,
stand
yeah,
up, so
stand
so
up.
you can sit.
Unless you're literally very sick,
Yeah.
which I
But
can
I'll
actually
carry
hold
you, but I can carry
and
you.
someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
it's
the
very-
way, we are enabling we are enabling bad behavior, and we
Yeah.
are raising bad children in coming into the society. Our society is going to rot because of the way we are raising our children. I have two aunties. One of them passed away, and I used to live with her. She had boys, 3 boys like me. She enabled her boys, because they are boys. They should not go to the kitchen. They should not wash clothes. They should not, And that was that generation. And at that time, I saw it, I thought I understood it. But I had another auntie who had, like, I think 8 boys and 1 girl. There's nothing those boys cannot do. There's not, like, we would go to visit them and she'd be like, Nani, Eric, go buy milk. You put the sufuria for tea. Yani, there's nothing those boys cannot do. And I remember, as young as I was like, if I ever have children, I would like to raise them like this auntie.
So what are the kind of characteristics that we would like to have in our children that we are working towards? Because me, I want my child to be responsible, for instance. I want her, if she's in a situation where there are older people, she'll be able to relate with them appropriately, like, you know, be respectful, you know, look for water if they want water or something like that. I would like her to, what else would you like your kids to do? Like how you're raising them to be.
Like my boys, I would want them, you know, like the way we keep saying, when you get home and I have shopping, come to the car and help me carry my shopping to the house.
Yes.
Even help unpack that shopping.
Yes.
Yeah. If it is, like if you're in a setting like what Chiro was saying, okay, be helpful.
Be helpful.
Whether it's a boy or a girl, both of them, both
them
sexes
equally.
should be helpful,
Yes.
right? If you see that chairs need to be moved,
Move
the chairs. Be that person to be like, you need help, or even ask, where can I help?
Help, yeah.
Right. Instead of just sitting back and waiting for things to happen on their own. Yeah.
I have a question, and this is aligned with my family. For a long time, the aunties washed dishes after Christmas. We never got to wash the dishes. You know? And this last Christmas,
You wash
the dishes.
we were called to wash the dishes.
You're stuck.
I was like, no.
Look at these bad manners.
I know. It hit me. Like, I was like, Aisha, now we're washing dishes. And we
You've
had,
done your nails.
of course, as always, we had this whole conversation about how, like, you know, and we're that millennial generation of
Of
starting
questioning.
not questioning, starting the entitlement. You know, we're discussing, so we had this whole, before those dishes, we still wash the dishes.
Yeah.
But before these dishes got washed, we were like, ay.
Who is washing the
No,
dishes?
no, we've become, like, it's now our turn to
Yes.
wash dishes.
Because now you're the auntie.
However,
There was no handing over.
why did we let, it should never have been like that.
What do you mean?
Our mothers had no business washing dishes
Yes.
Yes.
when we are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such that it shocks us that it's,
Now
you
your
know,
turn.
so now we're trying to say, but you were never supposed, so we're trying to pass it to the younger girls. What are they doing?
Yeah.
We didn't pass it, you got to wash it.
Yeah.
But you get,
Yeah.
our
then you
mothers
see-
had no business
Yeah.
washing dishes for us.
Yeah.
Dishes that we've pulled on, because it's just dishes. It's so basic.
And then you see on this spoiling children thing, you have to be very intentional.
Yeah.
Because we are career women. We make enough money. I can employ 3-5 nannies if I want. One to take care of the baby, one to wash the clothes, one to, you know, and get a washing machine if I want. But even if you have all those things, you must be intentional, because your children, what you don't know is that your children may not have those opportunities. Yes, you may be rich, you may have blocks of apartments, whatever. You don't know what will happen when you will leave this world, what will happen. You need to raise children that can
their
survive in
The world,
society.
yes.
Without
Anything
you.
can happen.
Yeah.
That child might find themselves somewhere in Somali
Yeah.
by themselves. They need to be able to survive. So if they learn those basics of respect, you respect your elders, then that is a kind of a person who can talk to somebody and have a conversation, and someone can listen to them and help them, or
You know,
give
the
them an
one
opportunity.
constant thing about
Yeah.
life is you're forever dealing with people.
Yeah.
Whether you're trying to sell something,
Yeah.
whether it's a job, like me as a mother, even today at school, our children are in school, dealing with peers, dealing with teachers. You know, we say, oh, we pray for them to get favor with God and man. They are always, so if I don't teach my children respect, good manners, courtesy,
Yeah.
dada, they'll never, you
They'll
know,
never-
those ones for, oh, you're marribiwa, and you're
Yeah.
put in your own corner.
And then I think another characteristic of spoiling is when you start making excuses for why your child is not doing something. Yeah? You'll say, the way we've had, let boys be boys. Excuse me.
No.
So who's going to pick up after the boy? Like kids can be messy. They come in, they've left their bag, their shoe, their socks. You can just trace them how they went. Yeah. Who's going to pick up after this child? Is it going to be the house girl? No, it's not her job. It's not her job.
But yet,
No, but
yet,
we think it's her job.
that is why you have employed somebody
But
to do this.
but that is why.
But you guys,
when-
it's hard work.
no, but listen.
Not
but,
picking.
No, but listen.
Not
but listen.
Being intentional.
No,
Yeah.
but listen. When you get married, that is that man who never learned how to pick up
Yeah.
Himself,
Behind.
after
himself
himself.
after himself.
Because he had a nanny.
Because he had a nanny, he had somebody who can be able to. Now this wife is now stuck because now they've been going for dates, like the way Eric with a CK told us that he's been
Check our
that
our
he's been
episodes.
yeah, you can check our other episode that he's been going for dates and he's interviewing. But is she interviewing him also so that she
Yeah.
can be able to determine what kind of behaviors?
Yes.
He'll
Yeah.
open ketchup and
He'll
leave the
open
bottle
ketchup
open.
at Java, but let me
Oh
tell you
my
at
God.
home.
Or even, you know that way your children come to my house, they finish eating and then they walk away. Hey, guy, Mimi, Eunice, pick up your plate.
Yeah.
Take it to the
In
kitchen.
fact, like
And-
right now, even my little 2-year-old baby, I'm
Exactly.
like,
Takes it
you
to the
clean,
sink.
you take it to the sink. Even picks mine.
Yeah.
I eat, they take mine to the sink, and then I want you to clean after yourself. My
Yeah.
struggle right now is telling my boys, the table,
You need to
you
wipe
ate there, you need to wipe it.
Even the
Tidy
floor,
your
yeah.
toys.
Yeah.
Go get a broom and sweep the
Let me
floor.
let me
It's
say
not
one-
the house girl's work. My auntie used to tell us when we were growing up, she used to tell me, I employed the house girl for me, not for you people. Do not tell your children, let their children not know that you have employed the house girl for them. The nanny is for me.
Can I say a
Yeah?
practical
Unless
way?
I have a little baby. Yeah.
A practical way to get over that, because sometimes when you have little babies, like they come together, they keep coming, you know, there are two, there are many, you know.
You keep delivering.
You keep delivering,
You keep delivering, the number is 2, yeah?
Yeah.
And so at some point, me, I've been that mom for, the nanny will always, like it's faster. It's either the nanny does it or I do it.
Yes.
Because siko baya, like kuna timelines, kuna, you know.
Bedtime.
But
kuna
Wango, when
bedtime.
will they learn?
Wait, see, I'm just giving my own bad manners and then telling you how
How you
I
solved
have
it.
solved it, yeah? So what has helped is longer breaks without a nanny.
Yeah.
Like all of December. Now we don't have a choice. We are not in a hurry to clean that table. However, we leave the house on the table.
It's clean.
You get, because sometimes even dishes,
Mm.
you wash them not because you don't want to train the child,
Yeah.
but you want to
faster.
move on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then it's
It is
less
true.
messy.
Yeah.
And then it's less,
Yeah,
as
but
you
that's-
said, we
eh.
have so much. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
we have
my,
so much. Yes, it's
not,
true.
this is the ideal of what we should be doing for sure. However, now sometimes without the nanny, that for me was
It works.
the cope.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the day I don't have a nanny, I'll be stuck with too many adults.
But
You know, 2 10-year-olds who can do anything for themselves because I didn't train
But
them.
can I remind you of something you told us one time in one of our past episodes?
Yeah.
Once you've formed that relationship with your nanny, and you know what kind of character she has, she's a good person. She will
Yeah.
not harm your children. Empower her.
To empower them.
Yes.
Yes. But
Empower
however,
her so that, because like now what I do, I tell my nanny, when Jesse comes from school, don't polish his shoes.
yes.
He's
Yes.
one
Ma-
that
but make sure he has polished
Polished
them.
shoes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because this is the stage of learning.
Yeah.
It's easier to teach a child who is under 10
Yeah.
than one who has passed that stage.
Yeah.
Because like my 2-year-old, my 4-year-old, they are willing to do things
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
They're so much willing. Like, Mom, you're cooking eggs. I want to come and cook eggs with you. You've seen me doing those things with them. I want to wash dishes with you. I'm like, you do? Come. I mean, there will come a day when it will become a chore. But at least by then, they would have
They'll know
learned
they
it.
have to.
They would have
Yeah,
already
and by
learned
that
it,
time,
yeah.
you tell them this is how life is.
Yeah.
You need to do this.
Yeah.
So empower your nanny, and if you feel that if you have that fear, or you have that gut feeling that if I empower my nanny, she will mistreat my children, then get rid of that nanny.
But guys,
Yeah.
also the other thing is that the world will teach them. Yeah.
And
And
it's
it's a
harder.
harsh.
But you
Oh,
see,
teacher.
they are my children, and so
Yeah.
I want the best for them. So I'm going to be able to give them. I'm going to get 5 nannies. I'm going to get Nini, whatever, and then I will hope.
Let
and
me
pray
tell you.
that the world will
Wait,
teach you how
wait,
to make your
teacher.
bed at your own time. How
Utaenda
to
boarding school.
how to
Utaenda boarding school.
utaenda
Utaenda
boarding
boarding
school.
But
You
those
learn
are
how
the
to wash
children
your
who
clothes.
are delinquents in school. 2 important things we need to discuss. As parents, I know, and our children are very young and probably have not we've not thought about it. But when do your children, when
We're still at the rosy parenting when we can say there's kudos.
This is not
Yes,
rosy
not
parenting,
rosy
not
by the
rosy
way.
parenting.
Because you're stressed,
Rosy parenting
you're
is
stressed, you're
diaper.
trying to cover all the bases.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
That
there's
you
that thing,
can.
yeah, and then you see in our society, as now this generation, we have for, it's, we don't like to do the hard love. It's called what? Tough love thing.
love.
Our parents were so good at tough love. They were really good at it because, no, wait. Because we are raising children who can, they are not silent, they can question things, so we are explaining things. Our parents were for tough love.
It is yes or
Yeah,
no.
it is yes or no. And
it
no,
work?
and at some point in life, you will have to express that tough love, and your child will even be so hurt, like, "Eh, Mama's changed. Why is she doing this to me?" You know, for example, when is it okay for your child to leave the nest, boy or girl? Especially
21.
boys, especially boys. And how will you make them leave the nest? Because if you raise this kababa,
Kamama.
kamama kind of child, they will go to college and come back home. You know, because life is more comfortable
At
at
home.
home.
Yes.
Even college they might not survive it because you take them to Nairobi University.
And they're at home. They're literally at home.
Yeah, and there we are.
Or you
living-
rent for
yeah.
them an apartment.
Yeah,
And you're the one who's paying
And
for
you're
it.
the one who's paying for it.
Or even after campus,
yeah,
you tell them, okay, they say, I want to move out.
yeah.
Hana job. I want to move out. Okay,
Hana
Mama.
job,
No, where do you want
I'll
to
rent,
move to?
I'll rent for you.
Yeah.
I found, no,
No.
in fact, the proposal is, I have this, Mom, I found this place.
Yeah,
It's very
with my
nice.
friends.
It's a very nice neighborhood. It's safe. Rent ni X amount. Utalipia.
Because you see, to me, I'll be like, hey, my son is being very responsible. I mean, he's grown. He wants to move on his own.
But he
But
needs
the
to
thing
show, he
is-
needs to pay the bill.
I thank you.
Yeah, he needs to pay
It's
the
not
bill.
me who's going to
Yeah.
pay the bill.
So,
So-
okay, umemfukuza, back to you, leaving
No,
the
no,
nest.
no,
Hatujamfukuza?
living, no, hatujamfukuza, living
we're
the nest.
asking.
How,
When?
You know, like now, my parents' generation, what they would do, you reach a certain age, especially for boys, you reach a certain age, you no
move
longer
out.
sleep in the house.
Yeah, you're not in the house.
You do not sleep in the same house as your
But
mother.
who built for you that outside house? It's
Yeah.
your father.
That's fine. But even when they build it, they expect you to be out of that house by a certain time. That one they built for you. Or if you're living in Nairobi, those days, in the days I was raised, most houses had like servants' quarters or an extension. So you, the boys, you'd move into the extension. Maybe that time you have 5 children. 3 are boys. So you move into the extension as you each get into high school. Your father will be like, by the way, Shiro, you are the older one.
You need to go.
You need to go because
getting
Bagare who's
crowded.
younger needs
It's
to get
coming.
into the extension.
He's coming.
Yeah, it was tough love, but it taught them to be responsible, to take initiative, and for you to go, you need to pay the bills.
Can I
Because
ask
your dad
you?
is not going to
Pay
pay
the
that
bills
bill.
for you.
I
Yeah.
have another spanner. Let me.
No, but
do you
we've not
believe-
answered.
No,
When
no,
is it
it's
okay
in,
to
it's in
leave?
line. It's in
Yeah,
line.
okay.
Do you believe your children should suffer, or if I'm wealthy, like if I have, should you give? It's a question to all of us. If we are, I guess you can tell where I lie. However, do you believe your children should suffer and tough it out and start from the beginning, or if I have money, part of my money. See, the reason we wake up and hustle is for children, so that I give them. They don't have to start where I started. Does
Like
that
you're
make
giving
sense?
them a step up.
I'm giving them a step up. If it's a house and I have a house and it's a whole block of apartments and you've just cleared campus or da 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 da,
So I give you a
can I give you a step up with you pay your own bills but maybe nimeku accommodate chakula nini wewe
Ni yako.
jipange. Do you believe that your wealth is also supposed to help your children step up, or for you ni tuanze like kinda from
I believe it.
I walked to school without shoes.
Walk without
So
shoes.
even you walk without
no,
shoes.
No,
No.
I believe my wealth should help my children
Yes.
step up responsibly. What I will do with that apartment, I will give it to you. I will charge you rent.
Have you seen rich kids, like rich thinking kids, yeah? But they're responsible, they're what. So it's not about the money. It's really about
It's about the
values.
upbringing.
It's the
Yes,
upbringing.
it's your upbringing.
It's
The
about
upbringing,
values.
yes.
Because also,
So
even
if I can afford 9
Yes.
homes to give the 2
Yes,
girls,
I will give you.
I will give you if
Yeah.
you have the like. with the correct values that we're instilling now,
Yeah.
hopefully that we are, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We
I
are-
will give you, by the way, by all means, I will give you an apartment. You will pay rent. If you want to buy it, you can buy it from me. God knows.
Or
when
even
I
You
better.
die,
give them for free.
no. When I die, you're going to inherit it anyway.
When I
So,
die, exactly.
Yeah, so, but while you're living
But
here,
why help them when you're dead?
No, but I am, by the way, I will charge you rent
Maybe they're-
reasonably.
Maybe
not
they're the
the way
next
a normal
startup
landlord
kid.
will
They're
do
the
it.
next Mark Zuckerberg.
It's okay.
They need a room to stay
No,
without paying
and I
rent.
will, why?
So you're helping them.
It's okay. See, you're
If
moving,
I
you want
did
to
not
move
have
out.
that wealth, where would they be staying?
I don't think there's an age per se. I think, well, okay, we say, you know, those days it
Or
was
at what
18.
stage? At what stage?
I think it's the stage at which they are. I think based on, there's a lot of things happening. I think if my child, you know, comes to me after campus, you know, first she has to finish, she has to do campus.
You have to finish campus.
Because, yeah, so she'll do campus, then she'll probably come home. She will not probably, maybe she might not have a job, so that she can come back home. That's fine. But then now, as she gets her stuff together, and here I'm talking about things like saving, so she can be working, yes, but she's also putting that money somewhere. Yeah, I feel like we can have the conversation maybe a year, 2 years. I would like her to stay longer. I know for girls it's different because, you know, we're trying to set them up, and we also know how Canairo is, but we want them to. I think I would be comfortable if she came and said, "Mom, I think
I'm ready to move on.
I think I want to try this."
And they will
moving
do
out
and
thing."
they will do that if you brought them up right. You know what one thing I really admire about you, something I really noticed about you Shiro. I've known Shiro for a very long time. When you guys finished campus, I remember you didn't go back home. You moved home. You moved out. No, I don't know the story, but I admired it. I was like, wow, this girl was brought up so responsibly because you got together with your friends.
She was a rebel.
She needed to live
Yeah.
alone.
No, but you see, from where I was
Last
standing,
born.
I
Yeah.
was like, her being the last born, yeah? So from where I was standing, I was like, oh, they've come together with your three friends. You
Yeah,
are three
we were three of
girls.
us,
yeah.
yeah.
And then they got a house in Mada, and then you are looking for a job, I think at the time. And I was
Let me
like,
tell you,
yeah,
mine.
yeah. But I really liked that. In fact, I was like, wow, Shiro's parents are really, they brought them up well. But maybe there was those things of you had to be kicked out, I don't know, or whatever. But
Yeah.
I really like that. So I like what you're saying. It's nice if your child will come and tell you, Mom, I'm thinking of moving out. You see, let them go, and even you might think they're not ready, but you're like, let them go and try.
Yeah.
Keep an open door. Tell them, I don't think you're ready, but you sure you really want to go?
Yeah.
But they should be knowing that if they get stuck,
It's
you are
okay.
there for
It's
them.
okay, yeah.
It's okay, but at least they're trying.
Yeah.
And
Only if they're boys.
no.
Only if they're girls.
No.
Either.
Whatever, boys or
Either.
girls. And of course, the boys will be told, especially by the
I feel
father,
like you'll be
ushaenda, ushaenda, umeenda, hebu jipange.
But this is my thing. But
I'll
you
come
feel
and
like
I'm
tell
going
your
to
boys.
chase your children, my children.
Yes, I'll be like, don't worry, you can come to Auntie Wango's house.
Yeah, that is the initiative. They will like, I'm stuck. I need to go to Auntie Wango.
Yeah.
Auntie Wango will talk to Mom. You know, that kind of thing. So they let them, if you can raise them in such a way that the ones will come up with the initiative, they can see I've reached this point where I am now an adult. I need to try life on my own. It would be really nice.
But
if
sometimes you
can
need
do
to
that.
nudge them.
Yeah,
Because you
yes.
can also see that your child is ready. Remember, you're also doing things deliberately, yeah?
Yeah.
So, like, right now I'm learning how to leave my 11-year-old at home alone, yeah? So it means that she has to, is there food in the house? How to, when I'm not there, if there's somebody who comes at the gate, how to answer, all of those things, eh? So I'm imagining by the time she's 15, she will have more experience about how to, she'll be able
How to handle
to cook
herself.
a meal if she wants to cook. I mean, now she cooks, but she'll be more familiar with dealing with the house by herself. So by the time she's 21, by the time she's a young adult, a young lady, she'll be more comfortable. And now, I'll just nudge her and say, yeah, maybe see Nani, because that is how my mom did it. She asked, she said, why don't you just the three of you get a house? And I was like, by the way, and that's how we got the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, also it comes up to upbringing. Even as they're going up and about, hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
That's when now there's sometimes we don't know who our children's friends are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing that we are brought up with is, even if you're going with Eunice and Wango, I must meet Eunice and Wango.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if Eric with CK is coming to pick me to take me for coffee for an
interview.
interview, he must enter the house
Yeah.
and pick me.
Yeah.
That's
and
another
say,
thing.
And say hi to my parents.
Yeah.
Where are you going? How are you going? Stuff like that.
Who are you? Where do you come from?
Where do you come from? Who are
Yeah.
your parents
Yeah.
and stuff? Just
Yeah.
basics.
Yeah, and it's very, very
Yeah.
important. That thing over it, don't bring boys to my house.
No, they must.
No,
Please
No.
bring
they
boys
should
to
come.
the house.
Bring them to the house.
Anyone who is your friend
Let
should
them go.
come
Yes.
to the
They
house.
should come.
Because that's when you pick
From
out some
even
of this
even in the young age our children are in
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
you should know your children's friends.
Yes.
They should come home.
Yes.
Yeah, especially if they're in the
They
neighborhood
said,
and whatever.
yeah, and even
Yeah.
the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this enabling thing, is it brought about by that expression? Is it an expression? Be friends with your child.
There's a
I
thin
don't know.
line.
There's a thin line, yeah.
Me,
There's
I
a thin
also
line.
honestly
Yes,
think-
I'm okay with being friends with your child.
But you're
there
their
must-
parent first.
But you remember you're a parent to this child first. The most important thing is to be a parent to this child before you're friends to the child.
But guys, I think, okay, what is this friendship? Okay, so what is friendship? Okay, so friendship is me like
She asked, then she asked.
because I'm like, what is this thing in parenting? Because I believe my friend, the way I relate to my friend
It's not the way.
is not the way I will ever relate to my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two things are different.
Me, I'm actually not trying to be their friend. I'm trying to be understanding.
Yes.
I'm trying to hear you.
Yes.
But I also know if I spend my time being your friend, you won't have a mother.
Exactly.
Mother,
Yeah.
so a
Ah,
mother
thank you.
is irreplaceable.
And so-
friends
and
are
so-
so many.
and
You
so
can
that
be
is-
picking and dumping.
And so my role as a mom, as you rightfully said, is to open up communication channels. If she wants to talk to me, she can come and talk to me anytime. If there are issues, whatever, we can be able to do that. But that is your role as a
Yes.
nurturer. Yeah. So I'm a bit uncomfortable with this thing about I'm
friends.
BFFs with my daughter.
No.
Not possible, because the things that your daughter talks about with her BFF,
you
She's
can't
not-
handle.
Yeah. By then you don't want to know.
No, and the truth is, she won't even come to you.
she
with
won't.
those things.
She'll go straight to her BFF.
When
The
she's
day I
older.
learned that,
Yeah.
because we're trying to be friends, we're trying to listen, we're trying to. The day I learned that, you know what? These two roles.
They're
Completely
different.
different.
They're parallel.
Yeah, and then one is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
One, if
Is
Eunice and I stop
replaceable.
being
Being
friends,
friends, you're still
I'll be
friends with
friends with
Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah.
If Tugi and I, if we stop being mother-daughter, she won't have another mother.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so let's
Yeah.
also get
It
that
only
right.
stops. It only stops when one of you dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus,
It's,
Yeah.
plus the thing is
true.
about with being a mom, like these things about being friends, like doing things that I like to do with my friends, hanging out, going for lunch dates. You can do that with your kid.
Yeah.
It's just not, I wouldn't call it friendship. That is your role. Your role is to also be, is to nurture.
Be present.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
Be
Be
know
whatever.
how your child is, what they like, what
And
they
be able
don't
to do
like.
the tough love.
You can call it friendship, but it's those two.
Yeah.
I think
They're not, and I feel like there's a focus in our generation. Yeah, there's a focus of friends and that's where we're millennial mothers. Now, those people you were talking about at the beginning of the last episode.
Boomers.
No,
Yeah.
they're
They've
Gen
been-
Zs.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see their children. But I feel like generations repeat themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're
we
right.
flip.
You're right.
So now
yeah,
we're going
definitely.
back to
Cycle.
the.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
probably going back to the mothers for. I
Yeah.
walked in bed like
Yeah,
tough.
because and you see what motivates me to
Yeah.
bring up my children differently is because of now the experience with those Gen
Yeah.
Zs. What I'm seeing in society, I'm like, my children, I don't want them to be like this. So I want
Yeah.
to raise a better society because now this is their future society.
And
Anyway.
are you judging that mother who's raising those children like those?
silently, we just
Silently.
look at them and you're like,
No,
And
you're
don't
like,
you
you're,
know-
no. You're
No.
like point to self. I do not want that child to be like that one.
No, I
Do
actually.
you know there's a point of motherhood? Let me tell you. Let me put it out. Let's also look at it with a bit of grace.
Yeah.
It is true.
There's a
for-
point
for
of
sure,
motherhood.
yes.
You're raising an individual. Let me tell you, that's how you have 5 children. And they're night and day. This person, you remember what you're saying about consequences of someone else's choice?
Yes.
They're about to walk around and make some choices that you as a mother would never, even with your strictness, black and white, would never have picked it. You get? So let's also approach motherhood with
some
grace,
grace, yeah.
and pray to God for grace for your for your own children, secondly for your village children, because these village children will affect you. You know, let's approach it with a bit of grace. I don't think there's a mother who wakes up and is out,
Intentional
is
or
out to say
spoiling.
my child will be spoiled. My child, like we're all doing our best, and I keep saying this. Every mother is doing the best within the circumstances they're given. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys. This one
Wow.
this one was
I don't even know how we've concluded. I don't know.
We have said we
rewatch.
approach it with grace.
Yeah.
we approach it with grace,
Yeah.
and just know that as you raise your children, you are raising the future society. What would you like the society to look like in future? So yeah, thank you. Subscribe, share, like, put your comments down here. We are expecting lots of comments, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
See you guys.